Kicks MP. Hottest team in the land coming through.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And now, a good time to look at our power rankings through the last part of winter. You look at the Timberwolves. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Klingon is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Collins is out there with Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's the Eraser in at the point guard. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses.
Here we go.
Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Klingon with it, defended by Drummond. Here's Henderson. The rebound by the Eraser. Over to the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. Bangs home the trifecta. The Eraser's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Henderson outside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now, here's Sharp. He had 15 points last outing. Henderson outside. Here's the screen. Clock at 6.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, they missed their first 4 shots, but finally able to get one on the board. Sometimes you just need to see that first one go down.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Drummond a screen. Inside, Klingon with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Sharp, that's good.
Well, he's an opportunistic player, and when the break is on, Sharp does whatever possible to score.
Pass to the eraser. There's a screen by Collins. Here's the eraser. Fires from deep. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
Good on the three-point shot. That's now 8 points for the eraser. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
Collins, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Over to the wing. Henderson looking it over. And then Henderson with the jam.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
The eraser passes to Reeves. Pass to the eraser. Connect with it. Takes a three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Henderson for three. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Lobbed up there for Drummond.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Here's the eraser. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Klingon following the bucket by the Lakers. Avdia finds Henderson. No good on the triple.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's the eraser. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Avdia against Collins. Outside, Avdia. Into the lane. The rebound by the eraser. The eraser's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Reeves outside. Right wing. Reeves with the screen for Connect. Back to Reeves. 6 to shoot. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Henderson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, that's a good example of Henderson's strength and determination.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Here's Sharp after the made shot from the eraser. Off on the layup.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Drummond, clinging with the steal. Henderson against Reeves, and then Henderson with the dunk.
Well, look, you're going to get bumps and bruises playing in this league. Henderson with a great finish through the contact.
Reeves the pass to the eraser. Tries the spin move. From deep, Collins scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Sharp with it, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Here's Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Out left to the wing. Here's the eraser. Henderson defending. The eraser shot's good. The eraser's got 17.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve. Using his size inside, Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
Now, here's Sharp. Henderson outside. There's the screen. Traps in the tray. 11 points in the game.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Reeves the pass to the eraser. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Lakers with some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Andre Drummond. Chris Middleton comes in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Lakers leading by 19 points. Doncic outside. Here's the eraser. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The eraser's got 20.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, the eraser in the last matchup against Detroit had a huge game. He finished with 64 points, and ultimately, he posted a triple-double. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
1:51 left to play here in the first. Now, here's Simons. Guarded closer to end the run. And the rejection by Collins.
Well, Collins is a capable defender, especially when he gets the positioning he needs to block shots.
4 on the shot clock. Shot by Terry, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Count that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Los Angeles with some changes. Royce O'Neal's checked in for John Collins. And it's Connect in for Chris Middleton. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Henderson's checked in. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Terry outside. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and teams getting geared up, Greg, for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
Here's Simons. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. On the floor for Portland. Henderson and Simons are their guards. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Terry. And it's Kamare in at the four-man position. Now here's Middleton. Drummond sets the screen for Middleton. Connects from three-point range. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And it's good for two. 25 points for the eraser.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Now here's Simons. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Lakers with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Here's the eraser. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
And Portland has possession. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Here's the eraser. He's got 27. From the arc. Doncic outside. Lets it go with a 3. Henderson pulls it in. Doncic has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Simons on the wing. Looking to get back on track here. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got 6 here in this quarter.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They set the pick. Simons on the wing. Guarded by Doncic.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 9.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Terry finds Henderson. He takes it in. Up and in on the layup.
On the drive, Henderson relies on his agility to slip past contact.
Here's the eraser. There's the 3. Cans it from downtown. The eraser's got 30.
And even after all those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Now here's Henderson. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. Pass to Terry. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Connect gets it to go.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Here's Terry following the 3 by the Lakers. Henderson outside. Right side, Terry. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Los Angeles has gone an even 50% from 3-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. That one goes in.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Over Doncic. And it's Simons missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now here's Terry. He's tightly guarded. Henderson, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Well-conceived play call. The length of Middleton makes him a big target on the finishing end.
And for Portland, their shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Terry outside. Pass to Klingon. Just 5 to shoot. Over Drummond. Portland no good that time either. Here's the eraser. 32 points in the game. Got that one up quick. Connects. Got 9 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Simons. To halt the run. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Doncic. Again, the Lakers.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Looking at who's out there now
Mind
for
the
the
lanes.
Lakers.
Mind the
Collins comes in for Chris
One shot.
Middleton. And it's Austin Reeves in for Connect. Avdia's checked in for Portland. Sharp comes in for Scoot Henderson. Free throw, no good for Drummond. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he's certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Sharp against Doncic. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That's a 2 from Simons. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Stolen by Avdia. Now, here's Sharp. D right on him. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots. And the Lakers turn it over again.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Simons. Drills it from outside. Simons has got 11 points.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
Here's the eraser. He's got 32. And here's Doncic from the arc. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
Gotta call my agent now.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by the eraser.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Collins is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's the eraser. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Connect in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Hits it from 3-point range. Sharp's got 7 points.
Well, just a couple of years into the league, but Sharp has shown he's good from deep.
Here's the eraser. Pass to Connect. Here's the eraser. Off target with his 3. The Trailblazers shooting just 34% from the floor. Here's Henderson, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Puts up a 3. The rebound by the eraser. The eraser's got his 16th rebound on the night. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Yes, that goes in.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pass to Avdia. Here's the break. Collins, good. He's got 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Clinging with it, defended by Drummond. Sharp with it. Here's Kamare. Shot clock at 6. Avdia can't hit. The Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Connect gets it to go.
He's a good passer. I think that gets lost in Collins' ability to score the ball.
Pass to Klingon. Now Sharp.
Stay there.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
To the middle. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
First free throw is good. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws. Well, he's one of the best rebounders we've ever seen. Drummond controls the defensive glass, and at the other end, he creates second chance opportunities.
Collins against Avdia. Shot to stop the run. Drills the three-pointer. Avdia's got 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Los Angeles with another miss. One-on-one fast break. Here's Sharp. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The eraser passes to Collins. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Henderson. The rebound by the eraser.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Henderson. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from the eraser. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Sharp. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's the eraser. Nailed from three-point land. The eraser's got 40 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Sharp. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Nice focus. Sharp wanted that bucket inside, so he went and got it.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 18-7 run. Outside Collins. Pass to connect. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
And it's Klingen with the jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Collins, good.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's the eraser, and he drives in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Klingen the screen for Henderson. Pass to Kamare. Missed inside.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Lakers passing it around. On the wing, Reeves. And another three for the Lakers.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
From downtown, and the Lakers hit again from deep. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Pass to Collins. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Yeah, good to see Collins continuing to go at the defense. He knows he's hot right now, and he's riding the momentum.
And that one drops. 23 points from Scoot Henderson.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Reeves. And another assist for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Klingen the screen for Avdia. Offline with his three. Avdia's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Connect. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pass to Kamare. Avdia with it. Unloads. And he hits the jumper for 2. Avdia's got 8 points.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Reeves against Sharp. Drummond with a screen on Sharp. And here's Reeves outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
For 3, Henderson sinks the triple. Henderson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's the eraser. Henderson defending. Connect with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On up the court. And then Henderson with the jam.
I love it, Kevin. Well, good to see Scoot Henderson rolling here. A lot of expectations on this kid, showing he has the ability.
Pass to Connect. Here's the eraser. He has 45 points. From outside the arc, it falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Henderson for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And now Portland on the break. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And he's got such a high basketball IQ for a young player. Henderson already has plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Andre Drummond. Chris Middleton comes in for John Collins. Shepard's checked in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Austin Reeves. 1:16 left in the third. Pass to the eraser. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, man. Sharp makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. .44 seconds left to play here in the third. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Pass to Sharp. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Los Angeles guys shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now Simons. 11 points in the game. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Launches a three. No good, shot missing. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court. Terry is out there with Jabari Walker. And it's Ayton in at the 5. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's the eraser. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And here's Henderson. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game. Some guts. Simon's finishing with strength.
Well, look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. He gets that one.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Offensive rebound. Gets in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
There's no end to the ways Doncic can score.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Simons from outside. Rebound the Lakers. Vanderbilt's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Vanderbilt, a screen on Simons. Lets it go from deep. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
That's tipped, and another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Simons with the screen for Henderson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's the eraser. And good, he hits it again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer. Henderson, one of the more explosive athletes in the game.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Henderson, the eraser, and again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Simons with the screen for Henderson, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Henderson's got 42 in the game. Here's the eraser. Fires top of the key. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. That shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Anderson with it. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Stolen by Walker. Anderson with it. Now guarded by the eraser. Here's Ayton. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The eraser shot's good.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
LA has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. This one for 3. Good, that's another bucket. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing, a remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Simons. The rebound by the eraser. LA's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Pass to Henderson. To stop the run. That one, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's the eraser. Henderson defending. The shot by the eraser. No good. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Now here's Henderson. He's guarded closely. No good on that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's the eraser. Henderson defending. The fadeaway. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 64 points for the eraser. Henderson for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And that one's on target from the wing. Henderson's got 44.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
To the left side wing. Pass to Mason. Lays it up and banks it in. Mason's got 4 this quarter.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Three-pointer, Simons.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Here's Shepard, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Trailblazers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Simons surveying the D. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Doncic passes to Shepard. Back to Doncic. From deep three-point territory. Henderson pulls it in. The Trailblazers shooting just 34% from the floor.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Doncic outside. pass to Mason. Simons against Doncic. Shoots over Simons. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
In what's really been a fantastic year, these guys expect to win each night just as they've done here tonight. And this will end up another big win, making it 65 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Eraser.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good on the bucket.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Now here's Henderson. Defense right on him. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. And stolen by Sharp. No good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Chris.
Welcome in, Em.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Serious? You got to be kidding me. garbage. You can't even make a layup. Don't blame it on that win. You can't shoot. That's not your range, man. Come back in here. Baseline. Baseline. That's a foul. 2-2. Check it. Get the rebound. Don't muscle. Where you shooting that ball at? Hey, let's go. Move around. Hey, yo, front him. Stay on I didn't even try to foul you. Yo, pick up right. Check. Yo, watch him. Layups, man. You missed layups. Yeah, that's right. Don't give me those. Yo, check rock. Get board, get board, get board. Hey, it ain't even windy out here. And play 2K, yo. Help him out, help him out. Don't let him shoot that. Hey, that's a -1 with that miss. Oh, from downtown. Hey, who got him? Yo, watch him. Yo, watch him. Get bored, get bored. You should subtract points for that one. Air balls. I got you. Hey, yo. That's right going in. That was going in. Back door! Yo, you didn't even hit practice on your shoot. Hey, come around, come around. Oh, you like that mid-range game, huh? Ball! Shot! Oh! Hey! Yo, watch him! You can't shoot. You want it? Try to come get it. Come on. Shoot that. That's you all day. 17-2. Check it. Watch back door. Hey, who got him? Hey, help. You can't rain. You can't shoot. That's not your range, man. Come back in here. Right there. Keep shooting that, man. When it's open, good job, Spider. Back door. That's it. My game's gold right here.
Good job today. That's what it takes to be great.
Thanks, man.